The Voice is a show known for its guests. Stars from legendary singers to rising talents to past winners of the show. You should always be on the lookout for someone surprising to show up. But of course, sometimes the guest stars aren't necessarily supposed to be there. At least, that's what Snoop Dogg and Michael Bublé found out when they paid a little visit to the set of fellow coach Reva Miss TV's new NBC Siam Happy's Place. This Friday, fans everywhere will get to tune in for the series premiere of Happy's Place, the country legend's new NBC Siam, in which she plays a woman who inherits her father's tavern, and by extension a sister she never knew she had. It's a welcome return to the sitcom. Formed for Messentire, whose sitcom Reba has become a syndicated legend, and even better, Happy's Place will be airing this fall, just as the current season of The Voice is heating up, so fans can get twice the rebut every week. In that spirit, Messentire decided to use some downtime during Tuesday's intro of The Voice Season 26 Episode 6 to show her fellow coaches Snoop Dogg and Michael Bublé the Happiest Place set. It's a very classic Siam setup, including seating for the studio audience and a full restaurant set complete with a beautiful wooden bar. It's all quite pleasant, but what Messentire wasn't expecting was a visit from her Happy Place co-star Melissa Peterman and Messentire have been working together ever since Reba, where Peterman was the wacky element alongside Reba's more straight-locked character, and they'll be joining forces again for Happy's Place. They even presented at the Emmys together earlier this year. That said, Mentor was eager to keep Peterman away from her Voice co-stars, and it was easy to see why. This is like my fantasy book club, Peterman told Snoop and Bublé. I cannot believe you're here. Somebody locked the doors from there. Peterman did everything from call Bublé Milky Bubbles to trying out trust falls with Snoop and revealing that she has a Snoop Dogg body pillow. It was enough to get Reva to pull her fellow coaches off the set, but of course Peterman wanted to tag along. Who knows, maybe she'll get to stay on The Voice and hit all the buttons on Reba's chair in the heart of Hollywood, where legends collide and stars align. Two unlikely forces: Michael Bublé, the Sveikunner with a voice that melts hearts, and Snoop Dogg, the laid-back Heartbre.aking icon with an effortless cool, came together in a moment that no one saw coming. The setting none other than Happy's Place, Messentire's new hit NBC sitcom that has quickly become the talk of the entertainment world. The unexpected encounter of Bublé and Snoop on set sent ripples through both the music and television industries, culminating in a moment that had the cast and crew buzzing for days. But what truly left everyone in awe was whom they met. Snoop Dogg, the mysterious character who had been teased throughout the season. Happy's Place is far from your typical Siam starring Reba Messentire as the quirky, down-to-earth Happy. The show follows her journey as the owner of a small-town diner filled with eccentric customers and even more eccentric staff. The series is a blend of heartwarming family moments and laugh-out-loud comedy, with Reba's signature charm and southern wit anchoring the show. What sets Happy's Place apart, however, is its studded guest appearances with Reba's long-standing friendships across the music and entertainment industries. It was only a matter of time before some of her famous pals would make their way to her fictional diner. Enter Michael Bublé and Snoop Dogg, two megastars from entirely different genres who found themselves on set for what would become one of the most talked about cameos of the season. When word got out that Michael Bublé and Snoop Dogg were stopping by the set, the excitement was palpable. The cast crew, already accustomed to Reba's larger-than-life presence, could hardly contain their curiosity about what these two titans of music would bring to the world of sitcom comedy. Bublé arrived first, bringing with him his signature blend of charm and humor. Known for his love of the classic sitcom format, Bublé had long expressed interest in guest starring on a comedy series. His smooth vocals and playful personality made him a natural fit for Happy's Place, and his friendship with Reba made the collaboration even more special. just as Bublé was getting acquainted with the cast. Snoop Dogg rolled in with his unmistakable swagger. Snoop's presence on a sitcom set might seem out of place, but the rapper has always been full of surprises. His laid-back persona and quick wit made him a perfect match for the zany energy of Happy's Place, and his rapport with Reba, a friendship dating back to their shared love of music, set the stage for a truly unforgettable encounter. Dynamic so compelling was the sheer contrast between the two stars. Bubble, with his Rat Pack-inspired elegance, was a stark contrast to Snoop's West Coast hip-hop vibes, yet as they began to chat and exchange stories, it became clear that these two icons had more in common than met the eye. During a break between takes, the two musicians sat down in one of the diner's iconic booths, and what followed was a spontaneous jam session that left everyone in awe. Bublé began humming the melody to Fly Me to the Moon, his smooth vocals filling the studio with a sense of nostalgia without missing a beat. Snoop joined in, adding his own layback rap twist to the classic tune. The fusion of their styles was nothing short of magical, a perfect blend of old-school tuning and modern-day hip-hop. It was a moment that perfectly encapsulated the spirit of Happy's Place, bringing together different worlds, different voices, and different styles, all under the banner of good-hearted fun and creativity. While the presence of Bubble and Snoop was already a massive moment for the show, the real jaw-dropper came when they were introduced to Sp. Oler, the character who had been teased in cryptic promos throughout the season. Fans of the show had been speculating for weeks about the identity of this mysterious figure, and the reveal did not disappoint as the scene unfolded. The diner doors swung open to reveal none other than Dolly Parton herself, the country newsmus legend sporting her signature blonde hair and bedazzled outfit, stepped into the diner like a queen returning to her kingdom. The audience erupted in applause, and even Bubble and Snoop couldn't hide their excitement at meeting the icon in person. Dolly's character, it turned out, was Happy's strange sister, a glamorous country singer who had been traveling the world while Happy stayed behind to run the family diner. The chemistry between Reba and Dolly was electric, with the two country queens trading witty banter and heartfelt moments that tugged at the audience's heartstrings. Bublé and Snoop's cameo in the episode wasn't just a musical interlude, it was a comedic masterpiece in the storyline. Bublé played himself stopping by the diner on a road trip with his family. Sweet demeanor quickly won over the diner's quirky staff, but it was his interaction with Dol's character that stole the show. In a playful nod to his cruder persona, Bublé serenaded Dolly with a few bars of "You're nobody till somebody loves you," much to the delight of the customers. Snoop, on the other hand, took on the role of a local entrepreneur who wandered into the diner to discuss business with Happy. His character, cool as ever, pitched the idea of turning the diner into a 24-hour joint, complete with a chill-out zone for late-night snacks. The comedic timing between Snoop and Reba was impeccable, with Reba's southern sass playing perfectly against Snoop's laid-back delivery. In a particularly hilarious moment, Snoop's character tried to teach Bubble how to rap, resulting in a laugh-out-loud scene where the crooner stumbled through rhymes, while Snoop shook his head in mock disapproval. The chemistry between the two stars was undeniable, and their contrasting styles made for some of the funniest moments in the episode. While the on-screen moments between Michael "Bubble" Snoop Dogg and Dolly Parton were nothing short of iconic, what happened behind the scenes was just as remarkable. Reba Missing, known for fostering a collaborative and fun atmosphere on set, made sure that everyone felt like part of the family. The camaraderie between the cast and guest stars was palpable, with Bubble and Snoop both expressing their admiration for Reba's comedic timing and leadership. In interviews following the episode, Bublé and Snoop reflected on the experience of working on Happy's Place, both praising Reba for creating an environment where creativity could thrive. Bubble, in particular, noted how much he had learned from watching Reba and Dolly work together, calling it a masterclass in comedy and music. Snoop ever the laid backstage simply remarked, "Reba's got the sauce, man. She knows how to make you feel right at home." The episode, featuring Michael Bublé, Snoop Dogg, and Dolly Parton, quickly became one of the most watched and talked about moments in Happy's Place history. Fans took to social media to express their delight at seeing such a diverse group of musical icons come together on one screen, with many calling it a once-in-a-lifetime event for Reba's entirety. Episode represented everything she had hoped to achieve with Happy's Place, a show that brings people together, celebrates the joy of life, and reminds us that no matter where we come from, we all have a place where we belong. As for Bublé and Snoop, their cameo on Happy's Place may have been a one-time event, but the memory of their collaboration will live on in television history.